Oh hi, it's Bukai, and welcome back to another video for IdleOn on our solo Let's Play challenge. And as you can probably see, I've left my guy running for quite a bit on there, and I also kind of forgot that I don't have that high of carrying capacity for my fish. So yeah, as much as I plan to be AFK for a bit, yeah, didn't pan out. It's unfortunate. Not much I can do. Not much I can do. It's hindsight. It just means that I got to log in a couple more times more often, as I'm not willing to spend the resources right now into the bag capacity. I probably should look at that for the future, simply considering I am still limited on bag slots and inventory slots, and the problem's only going to get worse from here. So yeah, there's that. I've got to start investing that way. Now, I'm just kind of going through all of what I've gotten, and apparently golden meat pies have been changed from base defense to, like, total defense now, so that apparently makes them a little bit better. They're still kind of garbage, like, just because of the way the log algorithm scales them down. They're garbage. At least now with World 4, you now have access, sorry, not World 4, I get these numbers mixed up. At least now with World 3, you now have access to the actual food slots without paying to win, so you can get up to 6 food slots if you're paying to win, so there's that. And for this guy, it means he needs to start pushing towards World 3. But in order to reach World 3, he needs to upgrade his Alchemy, and that's kind of the focus right now, is to upgrade my Alchemy, upgrade my Shackuracy, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So first, what I got to do is bring up my actual water droplet vial, as I haven't invested any of the gems that I've been getting. I should invest the gems that I do get into getting the bleach cauldron and whatever cauldron upgrades in order to help improve that. From there, I kind of just dump all my resources, and yeah, I have a little bit of bloaches. They're enough to start to get the actual Shackuracy up, but it's not really that efficient yet. Yet is the key word. It will be soon. And there you go, my typical me being me, forgetting to go to Dice 3. I mean, it's still useful to teleport closer to where you want to go, but it's still not perfect. And the other reason why letting it sit for 3 days isn't good is considering it also limits me on the mere resources. But I do have enough of with 3 days, I got 13 of the butterfly nets. It's not the best, but that's also because considering my fishing level isn't at the highest point yet. It's not at the point that it basically can run on its own and get me a ton of statues, a ton of resources. That stuff will take time and will take a decent alchemy investment. I have a feeling that I'm going to be doing this for the next couple days. It's one of those things of I need to fish, and I need to fish for at least a week, just simply considering I need the resources. I need the stockpile of them, I need to get my alchemy up, and I basically need to be prepared in order to push to World 3. The reason for that is we're not going to go back to World 1 to get the Zao stack. We're going to push all the way. We're going to be pushing all the way to good old-fashioned World 3 because I want to unlock the Death Note. The Death Note is just so useful. It combines with the Monster Decimator in order to overkill a ton of mobs, which gets me, if I go back to World 1 to getting all of the Zao stacks once I unlock it, it will get me so many upgrades. I can get the Zao stacks a lot faster, and that's the main reason why Zao has been nerfed. I know people are complaining, but why is Zao nerfed? Why is Zao nerfed? Well, it's because a ton of new cards were just added. If you didn't nerf Zao, Zao would become utterly broken, and, I mean, if you're going to get the Zao stacks on a ton of new World 3 cards, you need to nerf a bit of Zao stack, because it means that thing will scale significantly more than everything else on there, and it will eventually become way too powerful. But I digress. So it means that I've got to sit here on the troppy logs and basically just chop and chop and chop my heart out on here. because I want to get a ton of mining statues, and those mining statues will help out, as well as I want to invest into the good old-fashioned shaccuracy. Unfortunately, I'm only getting like 13 an hour, so it's not like it's the best. Yeah, it's one of those things of I'm eventually going to have to go to the mines, get some more of the chopping statues, because this is where I actually say that the journeyman is a bit better, simply considering he can farm statues actively a lot better than than a barbarian or any other class. So yes, he's slower on getting the bloaches, but he's faster at getting the statues, which is where the real power of a solo comes from. I'm kind of learning that the solo is not as powerful for the alchemy. Sure, alchemy is still powerful. You want to upgrade your alchemy if you can. But what's more powerful is to actually farm a ton of statues for them. And that's what I think I'm going to be pushing towards in the future. But with that, if you guys have been enjoying this video, don't hesitate to give it a like, a subscribe, pass it on to your friends. If you hated it, pass it on to your enemies out of pure spite. If you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link to a coffee shop where you can buy me a coffee. It'd be much appreciated. And if you would like to help join our lovely community, there's also a link to a Discord down there. So with that, take care, everyone.